Deep beneath the surface lies the underground world, a place filled with ancient civilizations, mysterious creatures, forgotten histories, and powerful elders. Throughout the world, a clear pattern seems to exist. Certain animals are represented by elder lineages, and those elders are connected to the Bananza transformations that have shaped much of the world's history. The Kong elder, zebra elder, ostrich elder, elephant elder, and snake elder all fit perfectly into this system. At first glance, it appears that every important animal in the underground world has its own elder. However, the deeper one looks into Bananza's world, the stranger things become. To understand why, we first need to talk about the fractones. The fractones are among the most widespread inhabitants of the underground world. Their settlements can be found throughout numerous layers, and unlike many other species, they seem capable of adapting themselves to the environments around them. Wherever fractones settle, they often take on characteristics of local culture and local history. In some regions, this is barely noticeable, but in others, it becomes impossible to ignore. One of the clearest examples appears in the canyon layer. Nearly every aspect of the region is connected to giraffes. The local fractones have shaped themselves into giraffe-like forms. Many structures resemble giraffes, and even the giant industrial towers stretching across the landscape seem designed around giraffe silhouettes. The influence of this animal is everywhere. This immediately raises an important question. Why giraffes? No giraffes can be found anywhere in the underground world. There is no giraffe Bananza, no known giraffe species, and perhaps most importantly, no giraffe elder. Yet an entire civilization appears to revolve around them. The fractones clearly know what a giraffe is, and not only that, they consider giraffes important enough to build a culture around them. At first, this might seem like an isolated mystery, but later, another region reveals a remarkably similar pattern. The feast layer is dominated by lion imagery. Massive lion statues overlook the landscape. Lion faces appear throughout the architecture, and the local fractones have adopted lion-like appearances. Just like the canyon layer, the entire identity of the region revolves around a specific animal. And once again, that animal is completely absent. There are no lions, no lion Bananza, no lion elder. At this point, the situation becomes much harder to dismiss as a coincidence. Two separate regions are built around animals that do not fit the elder system, despite appearing just as culturally significant as the animals that do. Kongs have an elder, zebras have an elder. Ostriches have an elder. Elephants have an elder. Snakes have an elder. Yet giraffes and lions stand alone. This is where the mystery of the missing elders begins. One possible explanation is that giraffes and lions once possessed their own elder lineages. If true, the underground world may have originally contained more elders than the 5 currently known. A giraffe elder and a lion elder could have existed in the distant past, only to disappear long before the events of the game. This would explain why entire civilizations continue to preserve their symbols and imagery. Even though the elders themselves are gone, their cultural influence remains. However, there may be another explanation, and it is arguably even more interesting. The fractones themselves might hold the answer. Throughout Bananza, the fractones repeatedly demonstrate an ability to preserve culture. They adapt, imitate, and carry traditions forward. Rather than creating entirely new identities, they often seem to inherit and maintain older ones. This suggests that the giraffe and lion forms may not represent living species at all. Instead, they may represent memories. Imagine a much older version of the underground world. In that distant age, giraffes and lions may have been common inhabitants of certain regions. Over time, something happened. Perhaps environmental changes drove them to extinction. Perhaps they migrated elsewhere. Perhaps some forgotten disaster erased them from history. Whatever the cause, the animals disappeared, but the fractones remembered them. Generations later, those memories survive through architecture, statues, traditions, and even the shapes of the fractones themselves. The canyon layer and feast layer may therefore function as enormous cultural monuments dedicated to species that no longer exist. This interpretation fits surprisingly well with the broader themes of Bananza. The underground world is filled with ruins, ancient structures, and traces of forgotten civilizations. Everywhere there are signs that the world once looked very different from how it does now. The missing giraffes and lions could simply be another example of that larger pattern. What makes this theory particularly compelling is the deliberate way Nintendo presents these animals. Giraffes and lions are not random background details. Entire layers are designed around them. The amount of attention they receive suggests that their absence is meant to be noticed. The question is whether that absence points toward lost elder lineages or lost species. Unfortunately, the game never gives a definitive answer. No records describe a giraffe elder. No ruins directly reference a lion elder. Instead, all that remains are clues scattered throughout the world and preserved by the fractones themselves. Perhaps there were once 7 elders instead of 5. Perhaps 2 ancient lineages disappeared long ago. Or perhaps the fractones are preserving the memory of creatures that were never elders in the first place. Whatever the truth may be, one fact remains impossible to ignore. The fractones know far more about the history of the underground world than they initially appear to. Through their forms and traditions, they preserve fragments of a forgotten past. A past that still survives in the giraffe-shaped settlements of the canyon layer and the lion monuments of the feast layer. The mystery of the missing elders remains one of the most fascinating unanswered questions in all of Donkey Kong Bananza. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Nintendo lore. I'd also really appreciate it if you joined my Discord server, where we discuss everything Nintendo related. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.